everybody. Wonder if y'all can hear me on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see. Maybe. All right. It's been a while, so I'm gonna need y'all to tell me if this sounds terrible or wonderful or anything like that. Because I don't know. All right. Let's get to business. It's a bad behind. Here we go. Hi, I'm a mess. It's been a while. Good to see you. So good evening. If you're up late, that's pretty cool. I'm always up late. So this time last year I was playing at the Crown because I had some very stylish shoes to fill because Miss Ashley, Virginia, and the Herd could not make that show. And so I got to play the Crown, and then the next night we did a listening party for the release of all these machines. And so it was a really good weekend. And I thought I couldn't let it go by without doing a live stream where I tune really badly in front of you guys. And so yeah, we're going to do all that stuff today. We're going to just kind of reminisce together, or just me by myself, one or the other. Either way, I'm glad you're here, even if it's just me. Let's see. Just want to make sure I got record hit here. Cool. So I tell this story a lot. I feel like it's not new information or anything, so I thought I'd tell a different story about my husband, Dave Tibbetts. This album starts with Tattooed Arms, which is kind of a silly love song, I thought at first, but it turned into something a little bit more serious. But I tell the story a lot about how me and Dave got together, but I thought I'd tell a different story instead because I remembered it recently. Dave and I had just been dating for about 3 or 4 months, and I had a festival to play, and it was on his birthday. And so I said, do you want to go to my show on your birthday? It was kind of a new relationship, so I didn't know, how to do that, or if he'd be into that. And then he said yes, and it started pouring rain, and all the festival goers were very cool about it, and they tried so hard to stay and watch, but it was raining, and a lot of people were going to their cars to kind of wait out the rain. And I asked the sound guy, I was like, should I keep going? And he's like, well, it's being broadcast on the radio too, so people are in their cars listening, so you should keep going. So I kept playing, and they covered everything, and everybody was safe, and it got to the point where it was just nobody was left, and I look out, and it's just the sound guy, who's really awesome, and letting me still do my job. And I look out there, and there's Dave Tibbetts just sitting in these chairs by himself, like nobody else around, like all this, just in the pouring rain, just like one of those Charleston like monsoon rains. So that's definitely a story that like is like makes me look cool or whatever. Like he loves me so much or whatever. But it was just one of the coolest things one of the nicest, coolest things anyone's ever done for me, let alone my new boyfriend at the time. So I'm always gonna remember that visual of him just kind of out in the pouring rain during that festival on his birthday. So I was like, this guy's kind of cool. This guy's a keeper. Anyway, this is a silly song about Dave and I were really sure really fast about each other, and that is scary. A lot of times you're kind of like, this shouldn't be going so well. This shouldn't be so wrapped up this quickly. So we both we're a little freaked out about that. So this is a love song about kind of not being ready to fall in love with the right person, but sometimes you don't really get to choose any kind of timing on that sort of thing. My husband's at work right now. He works the night shift. He's a respiratory therapist now, so I'm really proud of him. Tell me what you're doing here, saying all I wanna hear, seeking out distraction, or maybe something real. But you had a magic touch, though you weren't saying much, I knew right away. The words you chose were enough. No one mistake you for an angel. No, most would say the same about me. Now it's just the two of us, easy enough to trust. Just open your heart, let it bleed. That was always searching for the shelter. That was only causing myself harm. That I almost gave into the darkness. I fell in your tattooed arms. Timing is a tricky thing. Thoughts I don't want to think. I consider it a miracle we were lucky enough to meet. I don't know where to start, how it won't fall apart with the fear in my brain, storm in my heart. Now I'm sure I'm showing all my damage now, trying to hide my selfish greed. But you never ask for change, punish me or place the blame. And even when you hold me, I still feel so free. That was always searching for the shelter. But I was only causing myself harm. That I almost gave into the darkness. Fell in your tattooed arms. Now it's just the two of us, easy enough to trust. Just open your heart, follow your lead. I was always searching for the shelter, but I was only shooting in the dark. That I almost gave up and lost it all. Fell in your tattooed arms. Fell in your tattooed arms. Cool. Thanks, you guys. Let's see. All right. Cool. So the next song on the record was a song called Survive. And this is a very old song. It's the oldest song on the record, actually. I wrote it a few years ago, and then I kind of fixed it a little bit more. And I used to play this song with my friend Kyle Polk, and Matt on drums, and Matty Alexander on bass. I cannot believe that I got to play in a band with two really great musicians, but you guys, Cal Polk is like one of the best drummers in the world. And so I'm just like, still amazed that I had a few run of shows back in the day with him as my drummer. Anyway, he used to play this song in a really cool time signature that definitely informed even the way that Dave, my husband, plays it now, and definitely how he played it on the record. The song doesn't really have very many kind of big stories behind it. It's definitely just like a little bit of a character snapshot of people who do really crappy things in order to, things they think they have to do in order to maintain some sort of survival status, and that's really sad to me. And I'm not really making fun of anybody else other than myself, because we all make mistakes and we all maybe did things we regret because we thought we had to or something like that. So I'm not just yelling at people. I often am yelling at myself as well in songs. So. When I was a young girl, I would take anything that came my way, and it naturally broke the rules. And I would take all that I could give. Now I'm sitting on top of the world. Gold and diamonds are all that appeal to this superficial girl. And I won't let go till I'm under the ground. But in my face are lines of aging down. My heart's gone soft. I've lost count of all the things that I've done wrong to survive. And I was a younger man, I'd smoke big cigars, and I would wreck anyone who would just raise their hand. Question my logic, take away power. I was born to have money, clothes, it's all part of this inauspicious man. Nothing is sacred, nothing will stand. But with only my conscience, I'd lie awake every night. Watch those demons dance each time I close my eyes to survive. Bury my unholy thoughts for you, to break old habits, stand the ground that I've always tried to own. Rise your skin, your lips, the things I can touch, I never can hold. Will you warm up and leave me cold? You could be death of me, and I'd fall straight down on my knees and forget the way my mama raised me to survive. So you should listen to the record version of that song. Maybe I should put it in the comments, actually, and be a really good person that promotes my music properly. I'll do it later. Anyway, you should go listen to the record version of that song, because I'm very, very proud of... Oh, man, YouTube's giving me warning stuff. Hang on a second. What's going on here? Live streaming is the best. Whatever, it's fine. You guys can see me, you can hear me, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's late at night, nobody cares. That's why I did this late at night, because I was like, it's going to be a miss. Anyway, you should go listen to the album version of Survive, because I really love Laura Zapp's piano. Laura Zapp has been playing music with me for years. She's wonderful, and she is a wonderful piano player, and she brought a lot of beautiful, beautiful dulcet tones to that song. So go check it out and listen to my friend Laura Zapp on the keys. No worries, nobody cares. It's fine. This next song is, I feel like every album has a song that's like the catalyst of kind of what gets everything else going. That's not always necessarily so cut and dry, but I definitely think that there's a couple of songs that start everything happening. And this was one of the songs that started all these machines kind of coming together as a theme and what I wanted to write about, and what all the songs are about, which is, you know, survival and violence against women. So this song is about a true story that happened in Texas of a young woman that was shot and killed by a guy who went free. If you go to my Bandcamp, there's a link to the article that I saw when I wrote the song. And I was really happy with the way it turned out. I never really tried to really represent a specific, just a really specific feel with like a really specific, you know, there's like 3 acts in this, and there's just 3 different voices in it, and I just love the way it turned out, and I love the guitar work on it. I love the bass work on it. My friend Danny and Finger played bass on it, and it is wonderful. He did a really wonderful job capturing the, you know, what was needed for kind of like some spooky low end on this one. This is also why I named the record All These Machines. There's a line in it where the girl is on life support, and in her brain, she's just talking about how this, even though these machines are keeping her alive, it's definitely, it's still failing her. It's still a disappointment because she's trapped in her body. She's like in a coma and she can't escape it. So I'd been kicking around the idea of that song, of that phrase being the title, and my producer agreed very quickly that was, he called out that line very quickly. I think on our first demo session, he was like, "That's a good line." And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably going to be It's down to me, it's only me, left to yourself on a holy eve. Nothing's for free, nothing's for free. Can't give her all my money, make her fool down with me. Wanted to leave, wanted to leave. Soon as you open the door, you wanted to leave. Shots rang out, he slammed the door. Push that pedal to the floor, but hold your ground while you hold her down. 'Cause Gil got loose in Texas and he's gone again. Everything he paid for, everything he paid for. And I was asleep, I was asleep, but I could hear them praying for me. Oh, when I was asleep, I could hear them feeling sorry for me. I was asleep, made all my decisions, just let it be. All I wanna do is finally rest in peace. Oh, and all these machines, pumping in well. these machines are failing me. All these machines are failing me. And you should have told me so. They just let you go, but hold you girl, while you hold her down. Still got loose in Texas, and he's gonna get everything he paid for. Everything he paid for. Guns on TV, guns on TV. Such a high price for their sin. Guns on TV, loud sounds at night, so I never sleep. Oh, but one thing is free, one thing is free. Took a young girl's life, now I'm never free. Guilty and nothing run this show. They just let you go, but hold your ground while you hold her down. Still got loose in Texas, and he's gonna get everything he paid for. Oh, everything he paid for. Everything he paid for. Everything he paid for. Whoa, whoa. Thanks y'all for watching. Appreciate it. If y'all feel like sharing it to a group that you like or something like that, that's been really helpful, getting me some new eyes on my material. So thanks y'all for, just being cool and listening to my music. That's what this whole day is about. That's what me celebrating this album is about. Let's see, the next track on the album is a fan favorite. It's one of my favorites. I guess this is the one where I'll talk about Tom on this song. This album was produced at Black Rabbit Audio. Quick plug. Please go make your album at Black Rabbit Audio. It's a wonderful setting, and Tom Troyer is very talented at being a producer. So go check that out. So Tom produced, mixed, and mastered this album, and this was one of his favorite songs. It's very apparent on the album. I think like some of the songs that were kind of like my favorites to work on, and then definitely it shows some of the ones that Tom was very, very excited to mix and work on. This song is the song on the record that has 11 people on it. It has every single person that was on, anybody that's on the record is on that song. So it's a lot. It was a lot to organize and mix. And, I can go on and on about how great of an experience it was making this record and working with him as a producer. But the main thing I'll say about it is I think that I've been really lucky to play with a lot of musicians and work in a lot of music scenes. And when I write songs, I kind of always have these people in my head kind of like, well, this would be a great part for so-and-so, or this would sound really cool if they could do this on keys or whatever. So I spend a lot of time kind of already having that in my head and how I want it to sound. And then with this session, we had about 11 people to get in there and organize. And we didn't all record it on the same day, of course not. But it sounds like we all are in the same room having the time of our lives. And I think that's a testament to how good he can mix things and make it sound cool. So I remember one of the last few days we were working on it, he was just like, is there anybody else we have to track on this? Please tell me no. Like we got like 11 people on this. So But so his patience is always appreciated. Yeah, so this song is probably, I mean, I'm one of the most proud of this song. This song has Mama Molasses on fiddle. It has Emily Stewart on banjo, which was easily one of the best sessions of the entire record, like late at night upstairs in my house. Joy Ellery, one of my longtime really good friends and collaborators, is singing on it during her session. I think I was like passed out and sick because I was just feeling bad that day, and she still was. They were still such troopers and worked on it through me being a sick mess. But yeah, Pete Pawsey's in there, Maddie Sheets is in there, another band that I'm in, another musician I work with all the time. So it's all the warm fuzzies in the world are on this song, basically, even though it is a super sad song. But anyway, go listen to the album version of this one for sure. If you're going to listen to any LJV song off of all these machines, I think you should check this one out. And it's a song about rivers, but it's a song about drugs and metaphors and all kinds of stuff like that. So this is a song called Deep River. The river runs outside of my back door. It's easier to find than before. And when you're stuck waiting around, seems like a quick route out of town. They'll get you there real fast. You and just your life raft. Not sure what's round the bend. Waterfalls or maybe just the end. Stop being a line, let me a hand out in the middle of no man's land tonight. I don't like this river anymore. So give me a break and cut me some slack, you know. I was never taught love like that, and I don't like this river no more. 'Cause it's deep, deep river, no shore. Deep, deep river, no shore. Thanks so much, everybody. All like 4 of you on YouTube and maybe 2 of you on Facebook. Thank you. Somebody decided to be fancy on their record and write something in the most basic alternative tuning ever, actually. It's not fancy at all. So, bear with me. This is for your benefit, I assure you. This is one song, if I play it live and I hit a wrong note, it is like, it's just the most awful thing. A lot of times we always say, like, y'all never know in the audience when we mess up, so we shouldn't react, but that is one that, like, everybody can react to, so. Just want to make sure I got it correct so nobody's ears are hurting. This is the worst part about playing music, I think. Also, I need to hit the right string. Anyway, thanks for tuning into this really exciting live stream. So this song, I'll talk about the song while I'm doing this. I can do that. This song wasn't going to be on the record originally. My producer was kind of suggesting, like, oh, this would be really good for like some strings, maybe on a second record or something later on. And then I just realized I had to bully him into letting me put it on the record because it matched. It's a bookend to. It's a very important part in the record. There's a very intentional shift change of narrative and shift change of just vibe of the record, I think, right there at that point. So this one had to be there, and I did this one just in his studio. Most of the record was recorded in my house over a few months in the summer of 2019. But by the time we got to this song, it was kind of we were almost done with almost everything. But I was like, this song has to be on there, and I just want to do it acoustic guitar, just myself and acoustic guitar, and it sounded great. It was a great take or two, and it worked out. But I wanted this song to be on there because this song is, I joke often about how this song is a tombstone. This song is a representation of what I never want to do anymore. I don't want to be a solo guitarist on stage. I want to be in a band, and I want to play loud guitars. And, I want to do different stuff than I used to, like most musicians want to do. They want to change up what they do. So this song is about that, and it's also a tombstone to, just like how I used to be and how I used to feel and how I used to... I'm not this person anymore, so it's a really nice thing to sing because it's very cathartic to sing. Sound-wise, I think. The shade strong, no sign of setting sun. Can't bear to get out, bear to run. Don't tell me you hold your own. You treat me like I just came around, not like I wasn't there before you're down. Crowded in, you got scared. But half-hearted apologies don't really tie up loose ends. And even though I know I've taken you back time and time again, oh, and hard drive just to get rid of your disease. Maybe that explains why I've been stuck here so long. Do all I can to keep you safe, please. Running the streets of town, hit bottom long before you hit the ground. Baby, what's wrong with you? There's loving, they can only see you now. More than I could allow, but I want you till I can't breathe. But half-hearted apologies don't really tie up loose ends. Even though I know I've taken you back time and time again, oh, and only my heart tried just to get rid of your disease. Maybe that explains why I've been stuck here so long. Do all I can to keep you safe, please. Telling you to run, but baby, you should try. Explaining yourself and owning up this time. This time. This time. Thanks, everybody. All right, let's get back to normal again. Please don't break. I've been enjoying playing this guitar. I don't want to restring a guitar tonight. Actually, that's not true. I have two guitars to restring tonight. One is my husband's. I broke his string on his guitar. It's a really, really mean thing to do. You're borrowing your husband's guitar and just break the string and not replace it. So I should replace it. Oh boy. Next one on the record is a personal, emotional one for me. that's a lot. I mean, like all my songs are. Like any artist that's like, oh, none of these songs are about me is totally lying. Like every single song a person writes is about themselves, I think. I really do. In some way or the other. Not necessarily, I think even when you're trying for a certain thing, you know. Man, I got lots to say about this song. You know, the classic trope of, you know, don't judge anybody by their worst moments. Don't miss out on giving somebody that deserves it a second chance, because then you might miss out on a really wonderful friendship. Also, it's good not to judge people at their worst moments in life, because we all have those down moments that are the worst. And I don't want to be remembered for the worst thing I ever did. So I don't want to do that to anybody else either. Also, again, the mixing of this song, like hats off to Tom Troyer for making the mix of this just so lovely. And I really want to shout out to my buddy Pete Pawsey for his work on this song. Pete played some harmonica and some mandolin and some ukulele on this song, and he came in with this ukulele part that was kind of under my chords that just like really set off what was happening, and I love it so much. So listen out for that part in the song if you listen to the record version. And this song is kind of a back and forth narrative. It's not I don't want to say it's a duet, because it would never really work, someone singing the parts back to each other or with each other. So it's not an official duet of any kind, but I very much heard, it's a true story. It's a letter that I found, in the voice of someone who broke my heart. So I had a male voice in my head singing parts of this song back to me. So it was really cool to have Tom sing some on this record, because I love his guitar playing, but I really, really like singing with him. So he sings on this one, and it was really fun to make him do that on the record. So, and just the fact that I had to ask him as a producer to be on the record as opposed to just being on the record like some producers do, which is okay. A lot of producers kind of insert themselves into your record and be like, here's that bass line. Do you like that? Because that's me. But which is fine. That's kind of the way things go. But the fact that he was like, had to like ask him to definitely do it means that he wasn't being pushy about anything. So that was cool. But anyway, this song is about, I used to play music for a living full time, and I used to travel a lot. So that was a nice escape from reality, which is, insert your own kind of opinion about whether or not that's a good or bad thing. I think people getting away from each other for a while is a good thing. Even when they spend all their time together and they love each other. So it's about kind of escapism, but also just missing somebody and hoping that they get back to a place where their brain is safe and okay. I was first of three in a downtown dive in Knoxville, Tennessee. You were on your knees in the bathroom trying to write another letter to me. You felt hard, you're out cold, thinking you'd hide it from me. Tell me all the promises you won't keep at night when we're falling asleep. 3 out of town, a radio spot, so I'd have a reason to leave. You were all alone in a cold gray room, tired, trying not to scream. You looked up, you looked down, trying to laugh 'cause you just never be. Waiting for a man who never understand, he's drowning in a bitter sea. And I tend to hold on to tangible proof, keep old hearts on some display. They just turn to stories we keep to ourselves, heavy as books on dusty shelves. Just time threw away your letter yesterday. I was on a stretch of highway, winding mountains and crossing streams. Said you wished me the best and knew in your heart it was better for me. Play hard or play right, I sing better when I'm feeling lonely. You could be the reason why I dream so big. take it on the way for me. I was at a club in a strip mall playing all my songs for free. You were on a bench at night with a man so high, so naive. Looked up, you looked down, couldn't find any reason to be mean enough or strong enough to make that move, fly and just be free. And I tend to hold on to tangible proof, so I know that you were just some dream, but they just turn to stories we keep to ourselves, heavy as books on dusty shelves. Till it's time threw away your letter yesterday. I was first to 3 in a downtown dive in Knoxville, Tennessee. You were on your knees in the back room trying to write another letter to me. I'll never know just why you act this way when you run into me. Guess you're too afraid to stay out loud all the things you wrote to me. Tell me all the promises you won't keep at night when you're falling asleep. You could be the reason why I dream so big, but take it all away from me. You could be the reason why I dream so big, take it all away from me. I'm not going to talk about this song other than to tell you to just please listen to the recording. I love so much about this song and what it represents to me and my friends that I wrote it about. Promise me you'll love me. Promise me you'll still love me. No matter how I go out. Tell me that you'll hold me. Tell me that you'll hold my hand. Don't the lights go out. We're still asking ourselves why. No more time to say goodbye. No more questions, no more lies. Nothing left to say to no one's surprise. Promise me you'll bury me. Promise me you'll bury me deep, so I can't hear the sounds of my old lovers weep. Tell me that you'll speak of me. Tell me that you'll speak kind words of integrity. The man I wanted to be. more time to say goodbye. No more questions, no more lies. Nothing left to say to no one's surprise. Your arms no longer comfort me. This place no longer feels like home. Your arms no longer comfort me. This place no longer feels like home. We're still asking ourselves why. No more time to say goodbye. No more questions, no more lies. Nothing left to say to no one's surprise. These last three songs on the record are really where it's at for me, so promise into this one. This is a song that means a whole lot more now after the year that we had last year. This is a song called Shoes, and I like this story, so I will retell it. I live near a cross intersection where there's an old train track, railroad crossing, with the lights and the stuff. And so when I was younger, and I used to, my dad lived on this property before I lived here years ago. So when I would come home to visit, almost like clockwork, 4 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, like 6 p.m., there'd be a train coming by. So I was very much used to this train route being active. So now I live here, right? So I live here now, and I'm turning one day onto my road, my little country road, and lights start flashing, the stuff comes down. So I'm like, okay, I like the rules. So, and I'm assuming, just like I was when I was younger, that there's a train that's going to come by. Well, I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting, and nothing's happening. So I realized that day that, random maintenance still occurs and lights and stuff happen, but there's still definitely no train. And then when I looked a little further, I saw all the overgrowth of all the tracks, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe that's not really a train track anymore. Anyway, it's quite a metaphor for my existence in my life, so I took it from there and just wrote this song. The song means a lot more now because we have very delicate choices to make with what we're doing with our careers moving forward. Musicians do, and I think we got to have a really different kind of attitude in order to make it in this in the next few years. So keep doing we have to have a really different kind of outlook of what we're going to be doing. So that's what this song kind of represents to me now, is just kind of readjusting and reassessing, and still picking the right thing to do, and I still am very, very happy with my choices, and I wouldn't change anything. I'm still very, very glad to be a full-time musician, and it's something I'm going to be forever. So I know that for a fact. So I'm happy with that choice, at least. Snake eyes every time you roll the dice. Stubble your bet, you lay it on the line. Blood was boiling and your eyes were open wide. Said it out loud, there's no place left to hide. up short on the world to see. Red lights flashing by the snow train rolling by. You got the guts to try to make it across in time. You never thought that you'd ever have to choose. You never thought you'd have so much to lose. You never thought that you'd ever have to choose. You never thought you'd have so much to lose. You got love, there's no time left to grieve. So just say a prayer for those who had to leave. They're the only way you ever know how. Say what you want, always say it loud. Sun goes down, but everything still burns. Yeah, you read your book, no one ever learns. Don't die on the hill or get buried in the dirt. Learn to be wrong, let the old house burn. You never thought you'd ever have to choose. You never thought you'd have so much to lose. You never thought they'd ever make you choose. You never thought you'd have so much to lose. Cool. You know, that's another song that I really want you guys to listen to the record version of it, because the guitar line that Tom came up with, Tom also played guitar on the record too. He produced it, but separately I'll talk about his guitar line on this, because I was getting mixes. He was emailing them to me, and I was out of town. I was at a friend's house. I was playing a show, and I was in the morning time. I was sitting out there like having a cup of coffee, and I got this email. It was like, oh, you know, check this out, with like kind of a sly face emoji. And I was like, oh, cool. Tom's really proud of himself, whatever this is. And I listened to it, and I was like, okay, that's why. It like literally made me stand up when I heard that guitar line come into the song. So it's really good. I like it. You should check it out. It really helps convey the emotion of what I'm trying to get across real well. This last one is my favorite song on the record. I love it so much. It's very important to me as for my own personal growth and mental health. And I love the way it turned out. Again, I cannot say good enough things about Laura Zapp's piano, especially on Survive, and this song in particular. If you listen to her piano vibes, it is glorious. It's glorious. So take a listen to that. We went with like, I don't know, I love it so much. And this song is about, this song is just about, I don't want to say giving up on something, because it's not necessarily giving up on something when you choose to, leave something that's not benefiting you anymore or helping you grow anymore. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I know it's late at night. I always hang out late at night. I'm always up late, so it's not unnormal for me. This will be posted on YouTube and my YouTube channel and on Facebook later, so you guys can keep tuning in and commenting later. I will see it later, so thanks so much for... Just thanks so much in general. Just thanks everybody for letting me keep doing what I love, letting me, talk your ear off about music stuff all the time. Thank you for, I don't know, just giving me attention like this. Like, I don't know what I did to deserve, being able to do this for a living. I'm not being self-deprecating. I know what I can do, but I also know that it's hard to turn this into money and people and support. And I see all of you all the time, even now in this year that we've only had a handful of shows versus hundreds. It's just really incredible, and it's really important to people like me. And I just can't thank you guys enough for even caring about the fact that I made a record. So thank you so much. And I'm working on the next one for you. It's going to be a lot weirder, so it's going to be fun. So that's coming soon. And as I said in the comments when I was first promoting this, the vinyl is coming, I promise. I'm so sorry because of just the world and the state of the world. And the company is short-staffed, and they delayed, and they only have my first part of my deposit. And, so it's like their fault, my fault, everybody's fault, the world's fault. So it's coming, I promise. I want this beautiful, beautiful record pressed onto wax for your audio files, for your ears. So it's coming for sure. So let me tune so I can play this last song properly, and then I can go and leave you guys and to have the rest of your evening to yourselves. So thanks so much for being my friend. Appreciate you. This is a song called No Regard, parentheses, hurt. You take everything that I can't hold on. Why can't we fight till it's done? You hide behind all those I don't cares, and then where are you coming from? We can't look each other in the eye, no, we're both so guilty. What is it that keeps you locked so tight? What are you afraid you might see? Whatever happened to you, what happened to me? I don't care what you think about me now. Do what you will, but I just can't stay here. do what you will, but I just can't stay. You're best to know. And I'm sorry what it's worth, but it's not my fault. Can't see that I'm bleeding from where I'm hurt. Can't see that I'm bleeding from where I'm hurt. Can't see that I'm bleeding from where I'm hurt. Thank you guys so much for everything. Oh yay! Hey Megan, my sister-in-law is watching while she's cooking dinner. That's awesome. She was a while ago. Anyway, thanks y'all so much for watching. I hope it worked out on YouTube. I kept getting all these scary warning signs, and yeah, I hope it works out. Thank you guys so much for buying my records, for coming to shows, for liking posts, sharing posts. Every little thing that you do helps me do what I love to do for a living every single day. I know for a fact that every single day I get to wake up and I'm going to get to play music in some way, shape, or form, whether it's just at my home because I have the time and the means to do so, or because I'm working with some band or working with my own band. So thank you so much for liking this record and hanging out with me while I played it for you. And I'm not going to say I'm never going to play these songs again, obviously, because I didn't get a chance to even tour this record because it came out last year on leap year, right before the pandemic. But I'm working on a brand new record, and I'm going to play one more song just so you guys can get a little sneak peek of it. And then I'm going to finish for the night and drink some coffee, even though, I know it's like 1 in the morning, but it doesn't matter. I'm a coffee drinker until all hours of the night. It doesn't affect me. Let's tune, though, let's tune. Let's tune together constantly, always. Isn't it the best? And I'm not even correct when I do it either. I mean, it's barely, 9 times out of 10, I'm, a little sharp. All right. So as you guys know, a lot of you probably had a lot of free time on your hands this past couple of months or so, to say the least. So I tried to write a song about the magical place that I live in because it helps me escape and distract. And that's what a lot of us needed sometimes when we were having bad days. So this is a song about a couple particularly romantic moments in a very magical place where I live. And I will give you a quarter if you can figure out my attempt at a highbrow jazz reference. This is a song called Interstellar Space. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a lovely evening. And I hope to see you all somewhere out there very soon. Here's hoping anyway. So thanks so much. And we'll see. The next show that I'm playing is on March the 6th. It's in Pinehurst, North Carolina at the Drum and Quill. And I'm playing with my buddy Tom Troyer on guitar. So get yourself a producer that just decides to join your band is my advice to most people. Thanks again to Black Rabbit Audio and everybody else I thanked today for just being a part of my life and my musical experience. And everybody just, go before you're ready, wash your hands, all that stuff, all that good advice that's been given to me this year. So it's been a crazy year, but we're going to be okay. So thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful night.